हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हैं आप लोग? वेलकम टू एमजे's मैथ्स एंड स्टैट्स. दैट्स एमजे मैजिक स्टूडियो टू you, and I'm Mohit Jain, your host, your dost, and still today in the ghost mode. So today we are here with the 29 good questions previous year statistics questions which were asked in TCS examination. Now there is one doubt over TCS NQT score. Somebody is saying that the score is not good, not acceptable by many company. Obviously TCS NQT score is only accepted by few of the partners company with TCS. But the big thing is, whatever be the job role at TCS, whether it is the role of ninja or digital or any other existing or new role you are applying for at TCS, now TCS have made this very clear. You need a TCS NQT score for that. Just remember this. You need a score, get a score in whichever term you want. If you want to apply with TCS or partners company with TCS, you need this score. So on this score, let's solve few questions which we have seen in previous NQT examination. We have good 29 statistics question to solve today, and you know the drill. Pause the video, try to solve by yourself, and then look out for the solution. If any new particular concept creeps in that particular sum, we would be discussing that too along with the solution. So best wishes to everyone, and please do try it before you look out for the solution. So let's begin now. Find the variance of the following data. Data is given, we need to find the variance. Now what do we mean by variance? Variance is square of standard deviation, that is equals to summation x minus x bar whole square by n. If we put a root, that is standard deviation, since variance is SD square, so it is summation x minus x bar whole square by n. Now what is x bar? X bar is mean of the distribution. Mean of the distribution is given by find the total of all the data and divided by the number of observations. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the value of n. Okay, we can use straight away calculator, and straight away we can find the value of mean, add up and divide by 8. So it is 12 plus 22 plus 28 plus 24 plus 21 plus 16 plus 31 plus 14. That is 168 divided by 8 will give 21. So mean is 21. Now we need to subtract this mean from each values. These are the x values, and then square it up. That we can do it. 12 minus 21 is 9. 9 square is 81. 22 minus 21 is 1. 1 square is 1. 28 minus 21 is 7. 7 square is 49. 24 minus 21, 3. 3 square, 9. 16 minus 21, 5. 5 square, 25. 21 minus 21 is 0. That's why I haven't considered it. It should be 0. 31 minus 21 is 10. That is 100. And 14 minus 21 is 7. And his square is 49. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need to find the total of this. 9, 9, 27, 28, 29, 34, 3, 7, 9, 10, 17, 21, 2, and 3, 1, 4. So variance should be 314 divided by 8. That is 39.25. Option A. What is the mean of students for the following data? Here I have taken this example. We need to find mean, and if nothing is given, we need to find arithmetic mean. And here it is the data given. That means we have class interval and we need to find frequency. But if we look carefully, this is not a straightaway simple class interval. It is what we call cumulative frequency is given. 0 and above. That means there are 37 students who have scored anything from 0 and above. 10 and above is 34. What do we mean by this? From 0 and above is 37, 10 and above is 34. That means from 0 to 10, there would be how many students? 37 minus 34, that is equals to 3. So that would be the frequency. This is the cumulative frequency given. We need to find the frequency. Now, from 10 to 20, 10 to 20 would be 34 minus 29, that is 5. 20 to 30, 29 minus 22, that is 7. 30 to 40, 22 minus 12, that is 10. 40 to 50 is 12 minus 0, that is 12. If you want, we can add the above. 10, 15, 16, 17 and 1, 37, and 37 is the total frequency. Now we have class interval, we have frequency, we need class mark. Class mark means the middle of the class interval. Class mark is calculated as lower value plus higher value divided by 2. So 0 to 10. Okay, so now you can see if we are considering 0 to 10 and if we are considering this 10 to 20, 20 to 30, this is continuous, we can use it. 0 to 10 is 5, then 10 to 20, 15, 25, 35, 45. If you want, you can just multiply it directly also and find the value, but you can use what we call is step deviation method. You can find the value of u, just find the central value, write 0. This is our assumed mean. Then it would be minus 1, minus 2, 1, 2. Why? Because u is equals to x minus a upon I, where I is the arbitrary class length which we have taken as 10 and a is the assumed mean. Find fu, f into u, minus 6, minus 5, 0, 10, 24. Add up. 24 minus 11 is 13 and 10 is 23. So x bar would be a plus summation fu by summation f into I. A is assumed mean, that is 25, plus 23 by 37 into 10. 23 into 10 by 37 is 6.22. So it is 25 plus 6.22, that is 31.22. Now nearest to an integer is 31, and that is in option B. Okay, we can also use the direct method, and direct method is just multiply f into x. 3 into 5 is 15, 5 15 is 75, 25 into 7 is 175, then 350, and 45 into 12 would be 540. So now if we add up, this is 15, 1, 10, 24, 25, 2, 7, 10, 11. So mean would be simply summation fx by summation f, that is 1155 by 37, and let's see what our calculator says. 1155 divided by 37 is 31.21. 31.22 once again, answer is 31. It's all depend upon you how and which method you want to. If x is the upper limit of the modal class and y be the class mark of the median class, then find the value of x minus y. We need to first define these two. What is the modal class? Modal class is the class which have got highest frequency. So now these are the classes given. This is known as lower class limit, the low value, and the high value is known as upper class limit. Frequencies 8, 12, 10, 11, 13. This is the highest frequency. That means modal class is 30 to 35. X is the upper limit of modal class. That means value of X is 35. Okay. Now we need the median class. Median class is the class which contains n by 2th element or n by 2th variable. For this we need cumulative frequencies. From the left we will start adding up these frequency to get less than type cumulative frequency. 8, 8 plus 12, 20, 20 plus 10, 30, 30 plus 11, 41, 41 plus 13 is 54, 54 plus 6 is 60. So actually there are 60 people. Out of this 60 people, which class should hold the median value? 60 by 2 is 30. Now which class will hold the 30th value? This class will hold the 30th value. This cumulative frequency says that these many people are less than this value. How many people have scored less than 15? 8 people. How many people have scored less than 20? 20 people. How many people have scored less than 25? 30 people. So 30th people belongs to this particular class. So our median class is 20 to 25. Now y is the class mark of the median class. What do we mean by class mark? Class mark means midpoint or mid value of the class. That is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. That means value of y is 20 plus 25 by 2. That is 22.5. So now we have value of x and value of y. They have asked us what is the value of x minus y. X minus y is 35 minus 22.5. That will be equals to 12.5. Option B. If the variance of these set of number is 225, now what are these numbers? These numbers are like 5x plus 9, where x is the variable. Variance of this is 225. That means SD of 5xi, which is variable, plus 9 is root over 225, that is 15. That means if I say y is equals to 5x plus 9, then SD of y is equals to 15. And we know that standard deviation is independent of change of origin. Based on that, we can say that SD of y is equals to 5 into SD of x. That means SD of x is equals to SD of y, 15 by 5, that is 3. Now the question is, what is the standard deviation of z equals to 9xi minus 5? Again, since standard deviation is independent of change of origin but dependent on change of scale, SD of z is 9 into SD of x. That is 9 into 3, which is equals to 27. So standard deviation of the new series thus formed is 27, which is in option A. Okay, so you need to remember this simple thing. If y is equals to ax plus b, SD of y is equals to a into SD of x. And this a should be positive. Why? Because SD is independent of change of origin but dependent on change of scale. what is the mean of median and mode and the range of the following data? Okay, first thing first, let's calculate first range. What do we mean by range? Range is highest value minus lowest value. Highest value is 25. Lowest value is 12, 11, 10. Okay, 10 is the lowest value. That means range is 15. Next, mode. Mode is the observation which occurs the maximum number of time. 15 is occurring once, 10 is occurring once, 17 twice, 13 once, 25 once, every other value is occurring once, but 17 occurred twice. That means mode of the distribution is 17. Median. Median is the middlemost value of the given observation, given that observations are arranged in ascending or descending order. So let's quickly arrange them in ascending order. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, then 17 twice, 18, 19, 20. 17 twice, 18, 19, 20. And 25. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 observation. Median is 12 plus 1 by 2. That is 6.5th observation. That is 6th observation plus 7th observation divided by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 15 plus 17 divided by 2, that is 16. So median would be 15 plus 17 divided by 2, that is 16. Okay. Now what is the mean of these three? Mean of these three would be 15 plus 17 plus 16 by 3, that would be equals to 16. The runs scored by Ramesh in 10 matches are these. These are 10 datas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What is the mean score and median score? For mean score, we know that we need to find the summation of x and then we can divide it by 10. So let's take this help. 75 plus 58 plus 29 plus 73 plus 67, 91, 29, 49, 63 plus 72 is 606. That means mean is 606 by 10, that is 60.6. Now we can see that 60.6 is there in two options. If that would be in one option, we would have put a tick. Now we need to find the median. Median would be the middle one. We need to arrange these data into ascending or descending order. Let's do it in ascending order. 75, 72, 91. So it is 91, 75, 72. 29, 29, 49. 29, 29, 49. 63, 67. And then we have 73. And then 58. So these are the 10 number. Since we have even number of observation, 10 plus 1 by 2 is 5.5. Median would be 5th value plus 6th value divided by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5th value and this is 6th value. So median would be 63 plus 67 by 2, that is 65. And yes, 65 is there in option C. The number of packets of milk sold per day by a shopkeeper on 7 different days is this. What is the variance? We know the drill for variance. We have got X, that is 20, 25, 19, 16, 24. 26 and 17, we need to add up and quickly find the mean. 14, 20, 30, 37, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 147. 147 by 7 is 21. x minus x bar whole square. 21 minus 20, 1 square is 1, 4 is 16, 2 is 4, 5 is 25, 3 is 9, 5 is 25, and then 4 is 16. We just need to add this up. 10, 20, 30, 36, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So variance would be summation x minus x bar whole square by 9. That is n, sorry, that is 7. So it would be 96 by 7, and that should give us the value. 96 divided by 7 is 13.71. That features in option D. Again, find the variance of the following data. So quickly, what would be the total? 29 plus 35 plus 38 plus 28 plus 36 plus 26. That is 192, and we have 6 objects, 32. So x bar is 192 by 6. That comes to 32. Now we need x minus x bar whole square, and that would be 29 minus 32, 3 square 9, 35 minus 32, 3 square 9, 38 minus 32, 6, 6 square 36, 28 minus 32, 4 is square 16, 36 minus 32, 4 is square 16, 26 minus 32, 6 is square 36. So we have 18 plus 72, 90, and 16, 16, 32, 2. That is 122. So this total is 122. Variance should be 122 by 6. That is 20.33. Option C. Find the standard deviation of the following distribution. So here we will do standard deviation from class interval. So we have class interval 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, and 40, 50. We have frequency 4, 6, 8, 2, and the total is 20. Find the midpoint of the class. 20 plus 10, 30 by 2 is 15, then 25, 35, 45. I'll still prefer to use step deviation method, where u is equals to x minus a upon I. A is any assumed mean, and let I is equals to 10. Then standard deviation will be equals to I into root over summation fu square by summation f minus summation fu by summation f whole square. Formula seems to be lengthy, but it is very small formula, because value of u would be 0 for this, minus 1, 1, 2. Now we just need to find fu. Minus 4, 0, 8, 4. Total would be 8. And fu square. Fu square is fu into u. 4, 0, 8, 8. Total would be 20. Therefore, the standard deviation of data is 10 root over 20 by 20 minus summation fu was what? 8 by 20 whole square. So it would be 10 into root over 1 minus, this is 4 times 2, 4 times 5, 4 by 25. So it would be 10 into root over 21, and I'll take 5 out, 2 root 21. That is in option B. If mean of distribution is 10, standard deviation is 4, what is the value of coefficient of variation? Coefficient of variation is equals to SD by mean into 100. That is the relative measure of dispersion. Standard deviation is 4, mean is 10, so that will be equals to 40%, option A. if the mean of the given data is 19, then what is the median? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 data is given. That means total of the distribution should be 19 into 14. That should be equals to sum of all the values given. We can use our calculator. 32 plus 21 plus 16 plus 18 plus 14 plus 25 plus 5 plus 35 plus 18 plus 10 plus 12 plus 17 plus 23 is 242, and 19 into 14 is 266, minus 242 is 24. That means value of P is 24, which we can calculate straight away with help of calculator. Now we need to find the median. To find the median, we need to arrange it. We know that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 values. Median would be 14 plus 1 by 2. That is 7.5th value. That is 7th value plus 8th value divided by 2. So now the question is, what is the median of the data? We have the value of P, that is 24. We need to arrange it. 32, let me write here, 21, 16, 18, 14, 21, 5, 24, then 35, 18, 10, 12, 17 and 23. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I need 7th and the 8th value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and the 8th value is 18. Median is 18 plus 18 by 2. That is 18. What is the population variance of the following data? The word population have to got nothing here. For our aptitude concern, we need to find the variance, and we know the formula now. See, a variance question was there on each and every single screen in the previous NQ2 exam. So I'm practicing more of variance with you. So we need to find the mean. 116 plus 140 plus 152 plus 112 plus 144 plus 104 is 768, and we have got 6 data. Divided by 6 is 128 is the mean. And now we know we need x minus x bar. We'll subtract and then square. 128 is the mean. Minus 116 is 12 square 144. 128 again 12 square 144. 128 150 28 24. This will be 24 square. 128 that would be 16 square. 128 13 that would be again 16 square. 128 that would be 24 square. So it is just twice into 144 plus 576, and 16 square is 256. 144 plus 576 plus 256 is 976 into 2, and then we'll divide this by 6. We'll get 325.33. That means variance is 325.33. That is in option D. Variance was the very popular question. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 79, and 5 is 84. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 1 and 4. Mean is 14. X minus x bar whole square. 16 minus 14, 2, 4, 0, 1, 2, 4, 0, 1. 4, 4, and that is equals to 10. Therefore, variance is 10 by 6, that is 1.67. A survey was conducted to find the number of mobile phones in a town. The data collected from 5,000 families is given. 3, 4, 5. From this data, find the mean number of mobiles per family. Okay, class interval is given. We need to find the mean. So this is class interval. What would be the value of x? 0 to 2, mid value will be 1. Mid value is 3. 4 plus 6, mid value 5. 6 plus 8 by 2, mid value 7. We can use the direct method here because values of x are very small. So it would be 700 plus 9,000 plus 5,000 plus 2100. So summation fx would be 14,000, 16,000, 16,800. So mean number of mobile phones, summation fx by summation f, 16,800 by 5,000. That would be equals to 3.36. Option D. The collection of numbers which comprise the data given below is arranged in ascending order. Okay. Median of the data is 12.5. Then what is the value of n? This is already given that this is arranged in ascending order. Now we need to count how many numbers are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 numbers are there. That means 8 plus 1 by 2 is 4.5. Median is 4th term plus 5th term divided by 2. Now median is given as 12.5. 4th term is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is n minus 1. And the 5th term is 15 divided by 2. That means 25 minus 15 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. Value of n is 11. What is the mean deviation of the data? Mean deviation MD is given by 1 by n summation mod x minus x bar. If nothing is mentioned in mean deviation, we will always do the deviation from mean, and this will be absolute deviation. That means only positive values should be considered. So we need the mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 data is there. Let's quickly add them up. 8 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15 plus 16 plus 20 plus 24 plus 30 plus 32 plus 34 is 200. That means first thing first, x bar is 200 by 10, that is 20. We just need to deduct these values from 20 and find the absolute value only. 8 minus 20, absolute value is 12. 9 minus 20 will give 11. 12 minus 20 is 8. 15 minus 20, 5. 16 minus 20 is 4. 20 minus 20 is 0. 24 will give 4. 30 is 10. 32 is 12. And 34 minus 20 is 14. And let's add them up. 9, 10, 20, 30, 40. 1, 2, 3, 30, and here also 40. So total is 80. So mean deviation is 80 divided by n. N is 10. That is equals to 8. 8 is there in option B. A classical question on property of mean. The mean of a set of data is 5. Suppose we have set of data x and x bar is 5. What will be the mean if 10 is subtracted from each data? Suppose y equals to x minus 10. Then what will be the mean of new data y? We know that mean is dependent on both change of origin and change of scale. It is dependent. If I ask you to find mean of 5 and 10, that would be 7.5. And if I reduce these values by 3, so let it be 2 and let it be 7, then what would be the mean of 2 and 7? 2 and 7 would be 4.5. You will see that change in mean is also of 3. So whatever be the change in the variable, mean will also fall by that. This is what we mean by mean is dependent on change of origin and change of scale. That means y bar is equals to x bar minus 10. Theoretically, if y is equals to a plus bx, then y bar is equals to a plus b into x bar. So therefore, new mean would be 5 minus 10, that is minus 5. Minus 5 is in option B. The variation in temperature throughout the day in a desert town was studied on the basis of the records of maximum and minimum temperature, which were 36 and 8 degrees centigrade respectively. Maximum 36, minimum 8. What is the standard deviation in degrees centigrade? Now, see, this is minimum and there may be many values. Maximum 31 for a month to have a 31 days throughout the day, and throughout the day many times the record would be taken, maybe if it is a day. So when we have this minimum and maximum value and no other values are there, we use the concept of standard deviation is half of the range of the distribution. This property will help us finding the answer. Standard deviation is half the range. Now range is what? Maximum value minus minimum value divided by 2. So this is 28 by 2, that is 14. Standard deviation would be 14 degrees centigrade, option B. The index number of 5 companies are this, and the weights assigned to them are this. Then what is the weighted average index number? It is nothing but simply the mean of x and weight. If it is f, we need to find the weighted average index number, Weighted average index number would be simply summation of fx divided by summation of f, where f does not stand for frequency here, it stands for weights. So 121 into 5 is 605. 123 into 11 would be 1353. 125 into 10, 1250. 126 into 8, 48 to 4, 22, 1008. 128 into 6, 48, 12, 16, 1, 768. We just need to add them up. 8, 3, 24, 2, 8, 18, 1, 8, 10, 19, 1, 4. And what is the total of the weights? 10, 21, 26 and 14 is 40. So weighted average index number should be 4984 by 40. Now let's check. 4984 divided by 40 is 124.6. Or you may have divided by 4 even, isn't it? So 124.6, option D. Whether it is calculative or not, it hardly matters. They give these kind of questions. If the mean of the following data is 35, find out the missing frequency f. So we have class interval. Let's find quickly our x, that is mid value. 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. And you know what? In this type of question, step deviation method is the king or queen, whatever you want to say. Just write u and take this as assumed mean. So the value of u here would be 0. Here is -1, -2. You can check. What is u? X minus a upon I. In this case, let us take I equals to 10. A is 25. So we can say now 15 minus 25 is minus 10 by 10 is -1. On that basis, we get these values. Now just find fu. Now just calculate fu. This is f and this is u. 2 into -2 -4. -3, f into 0 is 0, 6 into 1 is 6, 5 into 2 is 10, and 7, 3 is 21. 7 gone, 14, and 20 and 30. So this total is 30. So we know that x bar is a plus summation fu by summation f into I. X bar is 35, a is 25, summation fu is 30, f summation is 5, 10, 17, 23 plus f. 23 plus f into 10. 35 minus 25 is 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 into 23 plus f is 30. Therefore, f is equals to 7. The population standard deviation of the data. We know that standard deviation is root over variance, that is summation of x minus x bar whole square by n. We need mean, and for mean, let us do the short trick. Let's subtract it by 14, -2, -1, -1, 0, 1, 3, 4, 4, 8, 9, 12, 12 minus 4. So it would be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 1. That means mean is 15. 12 minus 15, 3, 9. 13 minus 15 is 4. Then again 4. 14 minus 15 is 1. 15 minus 15, 0. 17, 15, 2, 4. 18, 15 is 3, 9. 18, 15 is 3, 9. 9, 3, 27, 28, and 12 is 40. So our standard deviation is root over 40 by 8, that is root 5. Root 5 should be 2.24. The mean and standard deviation of a data which is comprised of a set of 10 positive numbers are 8 and 2. That is, mean is 8 and standard deviation is 2. If the sum of squares of 9 among the 10 is 599, okay, what is the 10th number? Sum of squares of 9 element is 599. So let me assume that sum of square is 599 plus let the 10th data be a, that would be a square. Now what can be the 10th number? What is the formula for standard deviation? Standard deviation whole square is summation x square by n minus x bar whole square. That is summation x by n. Now, sigma is square, sigma is SD, SD is square is 2 square, that is 4, plus x bar is square, x bar is 8, so 8 square is 64, into n, n is equals to 10. This should be equals to summation x square, and summation x square is 599 plus a square. That means a square is 64 plus 4, 680 minus 599, that is 81. Therefore, what is a? A is root 81, that is 9. The 10th member is 9. This was a classical question just asked to check whether you know this formula or not. Standard deviation is summation of x minus x bar whole square by n, which can also be written as summation x square by n minus summation x by n whole square. Summation x by n is nothing but the mean. So this is summation x square by n minus x bar whole square, the formula which we have used to find the answer. With what value should the highest quantity in the data, highest quantity is 65, be replaced so that mean and median become equal? Let us first arrange 14, 18, 26. 14, 18, 26, 32, 35, 38, 52 and 65. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 data, median would be 8 plus 1 by 2, that is 4.5. Fourth data plus fifth data divided by 2. So first let's calculate the value of median. Fourth data is 32 and 35. 32 plus 35 by 2 will be 33.5. Median is 33.5. That means instead of 65, suppose we have the value A, then mean of this distribution should be equals to 33.5. 33.5 into 8 is 268. The total of this data should be equals to 268. 50, 80, 90 and 60, 150, 70, 80, 90, 190, 200, 210 and 215 plus A. A should be equals to 268 minus 215, that is 53. The highest quantity 65 should be replaced with 53. Then what will happen? That the value of median and the value of mean both would be same. What is the mean deviation from median? Now, in one of the previous example, we have done mean deviation from mean, because no information was given in the question. But here they are asking us to do from median. Then the formula mean deviation from median would be 1 by n summation mod x minus median. So first we need to find the value of median. Median is 28, 34, 46 and 48. So median would be average of these two. 30, 70, 80 by 2 is 40. So our median is 40. Now we have 28, 34, 46, 48. Just subtract median 40 from it and find the absolute value. 28 minus 40 is 12 absolute. 34, 40 will give 6. 46, 40 is 6. 48, 40 is 8. So this is 12, 20 and 32. So mean deviation from median would be 32 divided by 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 values are there. Na? 32 divided by 4 would be equals to 8. Option A. What is the difference between range and standard deviation of all the natural numbers between 81 and 90? Okay. Range, we know what is that. Range is maximum value minus minimum value, that is 9. Now for standard deviation we have values 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89 and 90. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 numbers are given. So what would be the mean? Now, can I write this full series at, let this series is x. Can I say x is any number is equals to 80, 80, 80 plus 1, then another number is 80 plus 2, that is equals to y. Values of y are 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. Okay, so x is equals to 80 plus y. That means SD of x is nothing but SD of y. If we find the SD of 1 to 10, that is again the same SD of x. Now, 1, 2, 3 till 10 are the natural numbers. Standard deviation of natural number is given by root over n square minus 1 by 12. This would be 10, 10 square is 100, 99 by 12. 333 by 4. So standard deviation is 33 divided by 4 root, that is 2.87. 2.87. What is the difference between range and SD? Range minus SD is 9 minus 2.87. That is 6.13. Option A is the answer. So what were the takings from this? 81 to 90 will have the same standard deviation as 1 to 10 because standard deviation is independent of change of origin. Taking number 1. Taking number 2, for n consecutive natural number, standard deviation is given by root over n square minus 1 by 12. The mean of the data is 39.2. Find the missing frequency. We have x, 36, 40, 35, 44. F is 10, 13, 12 and let it be f. Let's calculate fx. 360, 520, 350 and 70, 420 and 44f. Total would be 8, 12, 13. 1300 plus 44f. And total of frequency is 35 plus f. That means 39.2 is 1300 plus 44f, that is summation fx, divided by summation f. Summation f is 35 plus f. So Now 39.2 into 35 is 1372. Deduct 1300 from this, you will get 72. So 72 equals 44F minus 39.2F. That is equals 4.8F. F is equals to 72 by 4.8. That is equals to 15. Missing frequency is 15, option B. The range and standard deviation of a set of data is R and S respectively. With the shift of origin, what changes will occur in what? Okay, let's see the story with change of origin and change of scale. If it is mean, median or mode, then all the measures of central tendency, these are known as measures of central tendency, are dependent on change of origin and are dependent on change of scale. That means if you will shift it, these value will also change. If you will scale it, these value will also change. Now we have measure of dispersion, where we have range, quartile deviation, mean deviation, standard deviation. They are independent of change of origin. That means if y is equals to a plus bx, the effect of a would not be there. That means measure of dispersion of y is same as b into measure of dispersion of x. It also means that they are dependent on change of scale. Now here there is only shift of origin. Shifting of origin means change of origin. So if there is change of origin, value of R and value of S will not change. Why? Because R and S are independent of change of origin. So changes will occur in neither R nor S. The median of the frequency distribution. See, we are not here to solve a statistics question. We are here to find the answer of an aptitude question. Look at the class intervals. They are not continuous. Leave it. It hardly matters. Find the total frequency, or just find the cumulative frequency first. Less than type 12, 26 plus 12, 38 plus 30, 68 plus 8, 76 plus 13, 89 plus 11, 100. We want n by 2. N by 2 is 100 by 2, that is 50. Where is the 50? Sir, 50 lies in this class. That means this is the median class. Our answer should be from 60 to 64, and the irony is all the options are there between 60 and 64. That means now we will be using our formula. Median equals L1 plus n by 2 minus f by fm into I. What is L1? L1 is lower boundary of median class. Look carefully. Here it is 60, but the previous class upper boundary is 59. That means it is not the boundary, it is the limit. 59 plus 60 divided by 2 is 59.5. That will be the lower boundary of the median class. N is 100, n by 2 is 50. What is F? F is cumulative frequency of pre-median class. Means the class which is before median class, give us the cumulative frequency of that class. This is the median class. Cumulative frequency of pre-median class is 38. FM is frequency of median class. Which one is your median class? 60 to 64 is your median class and the frequency is 30. I is class width of median class. 64 minus 60, but since these are discontinuous, we will add up. How many units are there from 60 to 64? 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. That is 5. Now plug in all the options. Median is 59.5 plus 50 minus capital F is 38 by 30 into 5. 5 6 times, this is 12, that would be 2 times. That will give 61.5. 61.5 is option C. What is the cumulative frequency greater than type? Cumulative frequencies are of two types, less than type and more than type or greater than type, corresponding to the class boundary 59.5 for the frequency table. Now, we can see that these are not class boundary, these are class limits. 30 minus 29 is 1, 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Let us convert them into class boundary. Deduct 0.5 from the left hand side and add 0.5 to the right hand side. It would be 19.5 to 29.5. Then 29.5, 39.5, 39.5 to 49, 49.5 to 59.5, then 59.5 to 69.5, 69.5 to 79.5, and the last one would be 79.5 to 89.5. I am doing in the entire detail. We won't require it actually. Now the frequency is 4, 5, 4, 7, 12, 11 and 6. We need greater than type, more than type, greater than type frequency. In case of finding more than type, what we do, we start adding up from the lower end. 6, 11 plus 6 is 17, 17 plus 12 is 29, plus 7, 36, plus 4, 40, 45 and 49. Now, where is the class boundaries? 59.5, but for the more than type. Now, how to read the more than type frequency thing? What do you mean by this 6? This 6 means there are 6 students who have scored more than 79.5. There are 17 students who have scored more than 69.5. There are 29 students who have scored more than 59.5. So what is the more than type frequency for class boundary 59.5? It is 29. 29 is an option B. In case of less than type, we start calculating it from the top. 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 4, 13, 20, 32, and then it would be 43 and then 49. And how do we read this? We read this with help of the upper boundary. How many students have scored less than 29.5 is 4. Less than 39.5, 9. Less than 59.5 is 20. If the question would have been what is the cumulative frequency less than type corresponding to class boundary 59.5, then my answer would have been 20. But for more than type, answer is 29. Thank you everyone for participating. I hope that you will practice more these type of questions, because 2 to 3 questions you will find on your screen when you would be writing TCS and QT examination, or maybe like GATE examination. Even from now this term onward, they have made it Like they have included that in the syllabus, specifically that the statistics question may be asked. So do practice, go through the concepts once again, go through all the questions, and do like the video. Comment, a feedback is a must, which is required at our end so that we can improve, and do share it. Subscribe to the channel. That is the only thing which we can ask for. On this hope that you will do good in your life, stay well, and stay connected. Thank you everyone once again for participating. I'll see you soon.